Hello everyone, welcome to this lesson 7 on research methodology. I am Dr. Digambar Ghodke from the Department of English. Having discussed some of the research types in lesson 5 and 6, in this lesson we shall talk about the extensive survey of relevant literature. The purpose of conducting research is to create something new and useful for people and society. The usefulness of any work is measured in comparison to the earlier research in the field. In a literary survey, students analyze earlier research and related literature critically and concisely to a particular research problem and utilize them for their research purposes. Literature review or literary survey helps students to understand the significance of new research and its connections to earlier work. The phase of surveying the related literature can enlighten the research scholar with all the details of the field of research. The survey must be exhaustive. The process taken up reverse in time, starting from the present and moving backward in time. The researcher should undertake an extensive literature survey connected with the problem. For this purpose, abstracting and indexing journals and published or unpublished bibliographies are relevant sources. Academic journals, conference proceedings, government reports, books, etc. must be found depending on the nature of the problem. A good library will be of great help to the researcher at this stage. In this era of the internet, it has become quite easy to search the articles. Now, we will talk about the 3 C's of the literature survey. They are content, context and concepts. A literature review is a collection of selected articles, books and other sources about a specific subject. The purpose of this is to summarize the existing research that has been done on the subject in order to put your research in context and to highlight what the research will add to the existing body of knowledge. Literature reviews allow the researcher to gain familiarity with the current knowledge in the chosen field, as well as the boundaries and limitations of the given field. Literature review also helps the researcher to gain an understanding of the theory or theories driving the field, allowing the researcher to place the research question into the context. The purpose of a literature review is to gain an understanding of the existing research and debates relevant to a particular topic or area of study and to present that knowledge in the form of a written report. Conducting a literature review helps the researcher build the knowledge in the given field. The purpose of literature review can be summarized as under: it provides a foundation of knowledge on a topic. Secondly, it identifies areas of prior scholarship to prevent dedication and give credit to other researchers. Further, it identifies inconsistencies, gaps in research, conflicts in previous studies and open questions left from other research. Further, it identifies the need for additional research justifying the research undertaken. Fifthly, it identifies the relationship of works in the context of their contribution to the topic and other works. Literature review places the research within the context of existing literature, making a case for why further study is needed. This survey helps our research work in many ways. It allows us to understand the research journey from the fundamentals to date. Understanding the path the research has taken in the field of our interest, we get a higher insight into the field of research. Secondly, we can understand the research methodology to take up. While reading the stories associated with earlier research, we realize the various steps that are involved in the research work. Thirdly, each paper the researcher goes through can reinforce the ideas that he or she intends to continue as the research work. All the unsolved problems they present as the drawbacks or limitations of the research work can be a very good source of goals for the research work. The conclusion is at the end of the literature survey or the survey phase, we are ready with first the background. All the information required to begin our journey into research will be very clearly made available. Secondly, research methodology. It can understand or it can help us understand how to proceed with the research work. The stories of other researchers can be highly inspirational. Thirdly, it helps us in defining the goal. The limitations of past researchers can be a good source of defining goals for the research. Fourthly, the main learning stage. This phase of the research life is the most important one. We cannot proceed even a single step without understanding the background and research methodologies and fixing the field of our research. Hence, a maximum of our research time must be reserved for this activity. Usually, more than 50% of the research time is required to understand the literature for successful research work. I hope this discussion helped understanding the literary review. Thank you. Have a wonderful time.